go. Come on, something. Come on. Ah! Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of fun.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
A place on primetime tonight is reserved for this XBL Hall of Fame member and has him eyeing a crucial first win in his return to compete in a 10th campaign and re-solidify his heart-stopping reputation. On the flip side, an organized group of some of history's most infamous are headed by the XBL's feistiest manager and aim to turn the league on its head. The Cardiac Card and his Cardinals race with No Name and the Base Bandits. This is Match of the Week.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another XBL Match of the Week. My name is Dwayne. I'll be running the play-by-play commentary for you this evening. I'm one of the co-commissioners of this league, and I'm joined by 10-season veteran and fellow league office member in the booth again, with No Hummus. No Hummus, how are you doing this evening? Welcome back to the booth.
Yep, doing great tonight. Just glad to see these two teams just go at it, and just lots of fun to be had tonight.
Yeah, lots of fun indeed tonight on our XBL Match of the Week. We just have one feature for you this Sunday evening, as we will see the Cardiac Cardinals going up against the Montreal-based Bandits, or the Louisville Cardinals, excuse me, and the Montreal-based Bandits. Both of these players, the Cardiac Card and JUSTxNOxNAME, are two of the XBL's more storied players. They've played with us, Cardiac for his 10th season now, and No Name in his 9th, I believe, or 8th, something like that. Either way, two veterans of this league are going to go at it, and they're not on the higher scoring end of things. Would you say, Hummus? Usually,
Yeah, these two teams they're not really the top of the league in terms of offense, but they definitely do make it up in their base running and IQ, and that's going to be a huge factor today. As you know, as they don't manufacture as many runs, they're going to be looking for a lot of hit and run opportunities. Get those singles and convert them into like runners in third, and just move runners all around the base.
yeah, absolutely. That definitely keys in right on that first point that we have on the screen there for you guys is in base running bonanzas. Tonight, the hit and run is one of Cardiac's specialties, as a lot of us know who've played against him in the past. And then No Name, a really big base stealer. So both of these guys are going to be moving runners all around the base paths, trying to score those runs, as they are not two of the heavier hitters in the league. But it should be very, very exciting to see them try and manufacture. I think that leads us nicely into our second point, which will be working the count. Two of these players, I think, in your experience as well, Hummus, they both get a little bit impatient on the ball.
Yeah, for sure. And also the other thing that they're both great pitchers. So working that count and trying to get that pitch count high is going to be key for them to get some runs, or just even waiting for that perfect pitch that might be all the difference in a potential like 1-0, 2-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be about capitalizing and working those pitch counts, not giving away a lot of cheap at-bats and cheap outs. And that's where I think the third one really will tie in. If someone can find some gap power, some home runs, it will be big for them to put those 1 or 2 runs on the board. And I think that the player who's able to do that will have a lot of the pressure being brought to the other, don't you believe?
Yeah, for sure. And as we mentioned earlier, No Name, he plays a shotgun and a cardiac at Apple. So those stadiums, they have lots of gaps that if you just hit into the right spot, you can find them getting doubles and triples, and just getting those players into the right positions and manufacture some runs.
That's absolutely a huge point. Both of those stadiums and their nooks and crannies are going to play a huge part tonight, I think, for either team trying to find that W. So without further ado, we're going to let the players know that we're ready for them to queue up, and we'll have the games coming right at you in just a moment.
All right, good evening, everyone. Today we're going to Game 1. It looks like the Cardiac Cardinals will be the home team here in Game 1 at Apple Fields. And in just a moment, we will see who will be on the mound for both of these teams. As the Bandits will look to strike first.
Yeah, that 5-bar speed of the base Bandits going up against that balanced build of Cardiac and the Cardinals. That should be a very interesting pairing here. And Cardiac's quest to his first win of the season. No Name out to a 2-2 start. Both of these guys really looking to kickstart things here on prime time.
Oh yeah, for sure. As you notice here, Cardiac has a 4-bar rotation, so like we were mentioning earlier, let's see how deep he could go into the game with his starter, as long as he could contain No Name on the base paths.
Yeah, that's going to be huge here. No Name is known to be able to get 1 or 2 singles and then move those runners across to second and third base in the blink of an eye, really, if you're not able to pay attention to him on the base paths. You got to keep him honest out there. And that'll go for Cardiac as well, as I alluded to in pregame, one of the masters of the hit and run. So this should be very, very exciting. We're just having a moment loading here. These two players on the Xbox platform, veterans of the cross-platform and Xbox Baseball League, exchanging pleasantries now, and they're going to go ahead and go at it here at Apple Field.
Yep, and on the mound, you will see Kyle Funkhauser starting things off for the Cardiac Cards.
And here's the leadoff hitter, Butch Cassidy, the second baseman for the Base Bandits. The first pitch of the game is taken right down the middle for a strike. Funkhauser looking to right the ship as his 10.38 ERA is looking a little bit ugly. Ahead in the count now, 1-2. Whiffer engaged. No Name swings at that one, hits a hard into the left center field gap. It should be at least a single. Angle cuts it off and throws it into second base, and the runner will stay at first base.
Yeah, great start there for the Base Bandits. That's what they need now. Let's see how aggressive No Name will be here, leading things off.
There he goes on the first pitch with the stealer trait, and he's going to get in there easily with that high speed and the stealer. Good jump.
Definitely see the high aggression early.
That early aggression sees the runner head over to third base on the grounder. First baseman's going to take it himself, but now there's a runner in scoring position now at third base with less than 2 outs. Billy the Kid is up, one of the heavier hitters in the Bandits lineup. No Name probably going to be swinging at anything here to try and put it on the ground and get that run in. First pitch of the at-bats, taken for a strike. That one swung on and missed. 0-2, favorable now for Funkhauser. That heater misses outside. Funkhauser's pitch. Swung on and missed. 87 miles an hour low out of the zone. No Name can't catch up with that changeup either way. And that'll bring up Doc Holliday with 2 outs now. He's got to get a hit to get that runner across. That one swung on hit over to second base where Nick Solak will pick it up and throw it over to first for the 3rd out. Run will not score. So we move on now to the bottom half of the first inning. 1 hit for the Bandits. Now the Cardinals up to bat. First pitch is swung on over the glove of the diving or jumping shortstop. It's going to be a leadoff single now for the Cardinals. Both these players showing aggression early.
Sure, and we see here once again player on first. Let's see how let's see if he's as aggressive as No Name was earlier.
He does not steal. He swings at the second pitch of the at-bat. It's lifted to Wild Bill Hickok, the starter here for the Base Bandits. So the first out is now recorded. 3 pitches for Wild Bill. There goes the runner. Gets a good jump. He's going to get in there safely. Ball misses low and inside, so it's a 1-0 count to Nick Solak. RBI man's engaged. He swings at that one. It's lifted in the infield. Doc Holliday should be able to camp out under it. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. Now runners in scoring position for Drew Ellis with 2 outs. That changeup swung on and missed for a strike. That next fastball fouled away. No Name comes back with the heater, misses inside, 101 miles an hour. 1-2 pitch is a changeup, swung on. It's lifted into left field where Jesse James barely picks it up off his shoelaces. Records the 3rd out, so no runs scored here either for the Cardinals. We move to the 2nd inning now, 0-0.
Yeah, great defense there. Like he had to make up some lost ground there after a weird path. Now we'll go here in the top of the 2nd.
Funkhauser's ERA coming down quickly now. After a clean first, we'll see if he can have a clean 2nd. Jesse James, the 5-hole hitter, batting .385 in this early season for the Bandits. Swings at one, foul, fights it off. It's still 1-2. A pitch checked on, good eye, evens up the count. Change up, swung on and missed. There's out number 1 recorded. And we'll bring up John Dillinger, the first baseman. Cardiac utilizing that fastball, goes after him again, low and away. Fouls it away for strike number 1. 1-1 pitch is swung on, grounded over to second, where Solak will pick it up, throw it over to first. And now that's out number 2. Here comes Bonnie Parker.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the outside pitches here from Funkhauser. Let's see if he continues to hit those outside pitches, and it looks like it's working for him.
It definitely does seem to look like it is working early for Funk. No Name perhaps leaning that reticle on the pitch before on that outer portion. Maybe he's paying some attention to that. 1-2 pitch. Misses low and away, a breaking ball. Funkhauser's 26th pitch of the game is swung on and missed, 87 miles an hour. That'll end the inning there. Big strikeout for the Cardinals. We move on to the bottom half of the second.
Yeah, great inning there from Funkhauser. Now let's see how the Cardinals offense can do here. Lead things off with Alex.
He's got a ton of power. Ooh, that changeup missed by No Name. Let's see if this will sneak out a play. Bill Dalton gets into foul territory and records the catch. So there's a big out number 1 on 1 pitch for No Name. And now the catcher, Will Smith, 2 home runs on the season, providing a little bit of the offense here for this Cardinals team early, who are still looking for that first win. 3 quick pitches. It's a 1-2 count. Swung on and missed, 100 miles an hour, high and inside. Good strikeout pitch from Wild Bill Hickok. And now we'll see Adam Engel, the center fielder, with a chance to hit. Two quick strikes on Engel. Here comes another heater. Swung on and missed, outside pitch. Big third out there in the second inning for the Base Bandits. And we'll move on now to the top half of the third. 8-9-1 coming up.
Yeah, great pitching there also. You know, just being able to get the hitter looking there, and just the plays just continuing to not get many good hits here so far.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts getting recorded from either end. Both these players need to make some solid contact to try to get that speed on the bases. That one swung on up the middle. It's going to be a dive off the body of the diving Solak, so the runner will reach to lead off the inning on the 0-2 pitch, so that's valuable for No Name. Wild Bill Hickok is up.
Watch out for a bunt here as the pitcher's up.
The runner will go. No Name flashes bunt, and he's actually thrown out. A great throw by the catcher there for the Cardinals, Will Smith. So now No Name has to hit with the pitcher, and there's one away here in the inning.
Yeah, you seem like he's just a bit too aggressive there, and it looks like he will pay for it.
Pitcher lifts one, and Engel does not get underneath of it. So the pitcher records himself a single as Mojo goes up as well at first base. So now one out, and Butch Cassidy is going to see the lineup turn over with the pitcher at first base. Funkhauser misses with a high outside breaking ball, or off-speed pitch. That one checked out. It's a strike. Another strike. Now whiffer activates for Cassidy. 1-2 pitch. Good take from No Name. Evens it up. Pitcher stationary at first. We see the count run full. Funkhauser's pitch is swung on. It's in the hole. Diving Hairston makes the play as the runner beats it to first. So everybody is safe, but that's a great play there by Cardiac to just keep everybody where they are. And we'll see Mr. Lucky Luke with a chance to knock some, perhaps get a run here for the No Names, or for the Bandits. So he swings at the first pitch. It's grounded to the pitcher, and that'll be an easy out number 2. Cardiac can breathe a sigh of relief, but he's still got to get through Billy the Kid. Two quick outside pitches. Looks like he's going to walk Billy the Kid, one of the most dangerous hitters in this lineup for the Base Bandits. Perhaps a good idea. Let's see who that brings up. It's Doc Holliday, the RBI man.
Yeah, definitely a risky call here to walk walk the hitter now that you got a RBI man on. Let's see if it pays off here, or will it come back to bite him?
First pitch is a strike. Second pitch misses outside. No Name swing and a miss on the changeup. Here's a big pitch now from Funkhauser. The bases are loaded here in the third inning. Misses inside with the fastball. 2-2 pitch. Doc Holliday waits the pitch. Misses high, so the count runs full. Here's the payoff from Funkhauser. Everybody goes swing and a miss. 97 miles an hour. Great strikeout there from the Cardinals.
Yeah, they get away there with the bases loaded, and now they look to get a hit here and try to get a run here.
Yeah, big to get out of the jam. First pitch of the bottom of the third is swung on Mr. Lucky Luke. Ranges behind shortstop and makes the catch for the first out. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Kyle Funkhauser. Cardiac needing to work the pitcher a little bit more here. Swings at that one. Wild Bill's 21st pitch swung on hard, but Doc Holliday catches a stinger there at third base for the second out.
Yeah, great awareness there from the third baseman to watch the ball and just be able to make an easy catch.
Yeah, good contact from Cardiac's pitcher as well to put him in a position to have to make that catch. That pitch swung on by the leadoff hitter, Billy the Kid, in center field. Should be able to get under it and record the third out, and he does. So we move quietly now on to the top of the fourth. Score is still 0-0. Jesse James, the left fielder. Second at bat of the game. Swings at that one off the hands. Devin Harrison has to charge and throw it to first. Gets there in time for the out. Here's John Dillinger, the first baseman. Swings at the first pitch. It's over to Drew Ellis at third. Throws it over to first base. Records the second out of the inning. So quickly 2 down here for the base Bandits. And now Bonnie Parker, the catcher, will hit. Second pitch of the at-bat is swung on. Funkhauser should be able to handle it on the mound, and he does. So 3 outs are recorded, and we move on to the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, quick inning there from the CardiacCard's team. You need to start working that count a bit more. Or sorry, the no-names. You need to start working that count a bit more and waiting for that right pitch.
Yeah, both these players lacking solid contact as that one's lifted to the infield. John Dillinger is going to get underneath it and make the grab. 4 out number 1. Nick Solak, the 3-hole hitter, is going to have his second chance to hit in this ball game. He swings at the first pitch, and Mr. Lucky Luke will gather it at short, throw it over there at first base to record the second out. So quickly 2 down, 2 pitches, 2 outs for Wild Bill Hickok. He still has a 0 ERA on the season. Trying to preserve that here against Drew Ellis. He's got a lot of power. Checks at the changeup. Misses inside that pitch. Taken for a strike. 2-1 pitch. Misses away. Here comes a curveball. Drew Ellis takes it. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. 101 miles per hour. It's tough to catch up to those. Now we'll move on to the top of the 5th inning. Cardiac Cardinals still only have 1 hit here.
Yeah, for sure. And Noonan, he's had 2 of his 4 hits here at the bottom of the lineup. Let's see if he can get a bit more production here once again.
Here is Bob Dalton, the 8-hole hitter. Batting .250, looking to get on base with that speedy. Ooh, great pitch there from Cardiac. Sees him, catches him looking there for the strikeout. That'll bring up Wild Bill. He's batting .250. A cool 1 for 4 for the pitcher so far this season. Couple quick strikes from Funkhauser. Sees Wild Bill behind in the count 0-2. He swings at that one, lifts it to right field. Right fielder charges it. It'll be an easy catch for Corey Ray out there. And now locked in Butch Cassidy, who's 2 for 2. Is trying to get things started with 2 outs here for the base Bandits.
Yeah, and Funkhauser starting to get a little tired out there. Still locked in, but as he's starting to hit 62 pitches, we'll see if that becomes a factor later on in the game.
Yeah, No Name working the count a bit more than the Cardinals are, but still not able to record anything as far as runs, as that one's grounded to the pitcher and tossed over to first for an easy out number 3. And we move on to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Still scoreless here. 5, 6, and 7 coming up against Wild Bill. Wild Bill Hickok is locked in against Alex Benelas. His first pitch is swung on and drilled over to first, where John Dillinger makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, once again, great awareness here at the corners, just being able to get these hard hit balls and prevent the Cardinals from getting any hits.
Will Smith swings at the second pitch of the AB. It's a curveball. Mr. Lucky Luke's able to range back, make sure it doesn't get over his shoulder there for out number 2. So 2 outs now, and Adam Engel, the center fielder, will swing at the first pitch, fouled away. These two players play at a rapid pace, neither of them making a lot of hard contact, but that one is crushed deep to left center field. Jesse James has to range back onto the warning track to make the grab, but there's a flash of power there from the Cardinals, and we'll move on to the 6th.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about that power. All it takes is one solid hit, and we almost saw it right there.
Here's the shortstop, Mr. Lucky Luke, the 2-hole hitter for this Base Bandits squad. He's got the Steeler trait. He's looking to get on. That one's fisted off the hands. It's over into the hole at shortstop, where Hairston makes the play and gets him by a beat there for out number 1. Maybe just inches away from being safe. Nonetheless, it is Billy the Kid who was walked his last time up. 375 with a homer and 4 RBIs on the season. Trying to show a flash of power here, perhaps, for the Base Bandits. Swings at that off-speed pitch, low and away for strike 1. There's a fastball that gets by him in the zone as well. Now the count's evened up. Swung on and missed. Funkhauser, another heater, another strikeout. Getting through this lineup easily. We'll see Doc Holliday with his 3rd at-bat of the game. He's batting a 188, trying to perhaps get things started for himself and this Base Bandit squad. Swings at that one where Solak will charge it barehanded, throw it to first. There's out number 3, so we move to the bottom half of the 6th, still scoreless. Devin Hairston's going to lead us off.
Yeah, not a lot of hits here throughout for both teams. We've seen both teams have been held hitless for a good bit.
Yeah, either player needs to get some runners on base. That one grounded over to Luke. Or he'll toss it to first base for an easy out number 1. Both these players they're making contact. Fewer strikeouts than earlier in the game, as it seems like they've warmed up a little bit, but they need to get some runners on if they want to produce. And there's a 3-pitch strikeout, just as I say so, for the Base Bandits. And now Corey Ray, the right fielder, is going to try and turn things over. Swings at the first pitch, though, lifts it to Cassidy, where he'll make an easy catch. We're out number 3. And the Cardinals have been quiet since the 1st inning, whereas the Base Bandits here with 4 hits recorded. Both these teams are scoreless, though, and they need to build.
Sure.
Jesse James swings at the 74th pitch of the game for Kyle Funkhauser. That one is drilled up the middle, so there's a leadoff single now for the Base Bandits. We'll see how No Name tries to work this with some good speed at first. John Dillinger, the righty's coming up, batting .063 here in a bit of a slump. There goes the runner. It's a breaking ball away. He'll get in there safely at second with the steal, so a runner's in scoring position now for Dillinger. Things looking a bit dangerous now for the Bandits. The 2-0 pitch is bunted. Oh, a sliding catch by Funkhauser. What a play there to record an out.
Yeah, that was a crucial slide there. Now the runner can't just get on base simply by bunts and flyouts. Now the Base Bandits will need at least a hit to advance their runner.
Yeah, the big power of Bonnie Parker's trying to score that run from second base. He goes for third. That pitch gets in there, and there's a strikeout recorded there for, the pitch was 0-2, excuse me. It looked a bit outside to me, but the runner will get to third. Now, No Name will need a hit from Bill Dalton. It looks like he is going to pinch hit for him, though. It's John Wesley Hardin getting the nod. A lot of power, decent contact, needs a hit. That one swung on center field, liner right at angle, though. Makes the catch for out number 3. Tough for the Bandits there not to score, and we'll move on to the seventh inning stretch, folks. Still scoreless.
Yeah, Cardinals just showing their resistance there. You know, they had runners on second and then eventually third, and they were able to just lock in and prevent the hitter from sending the runner home.
Yeah, Cardiac gotten out of a couple jams here in this one. Earlier, a bases loaded jam, and that one with a runner on third base. So he needs to get his offense started here. Swings at that pitch. It's 1-2 here to Josh Stowers. Swings and miss on the cutter. That's out number 1 recorded. A strikeout for the Bandits. Now Nick Solak's going to come up to the plate. On fire is Wild Bill Hickok. Just absolutely mowing down this Cardinals lineup so far.
Yeah, for sure, 51 pitches, and it's only bottom 7th. So if the score keeps holding up, we might see him pitch into extra innings.
Swing and a miss, 101 miles an hour, just above the zone. Another big strikeout there for the base Bandits. The Cardinals can't catch up with that heat from Wild Bill, who continues to just make that whip and ERA minuscule. 1-0 pitch is swung on to Butch Cassidy. He collects it at second base and throws it to Dillinger at first where the out's recorded. We move on to the top of the 8th inning, still scoreless here. Both these players really desperate to break through. 9-1-2 coming up to the plate for the Bandits. Look at the stats here on Wild Bill. The first pitch from Funkhauser swung on. It's up the middle, and there's another hit for the base Bandits pitcher. Another leadoff hit here for the base Bandits as well. So we'll see if No Name can produce as the lineup turns over.
We might see a bunt or maybe even a steal here from the pitcher as he tries to advance him.
Yeah, he's got okay speed there at first base as that pitch misses outside for a ball. Second pitch of the at-bat right at the knees. 94 miles an hour for a strike. A pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Sees the count at 1-1. Butch Cassidy awaits the pitch. Another pickoff. Cardiac wary of that pitcher at first. There he goes. The pitch is swung on, and it could be a swing and a miss, and then there's the out at second. Another caught stealing here. Second one of the game here for the Cardinals catcher. Nicely done. Oh, and that ball's fair right in front of the plate. Nice easy out recorded there for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's got hurt there for the base Bandits, having a run on first and one fell swoop, and now they have 2 out.
It happens just that quickly, especially in Super Mega Baseball. We know that stings so well. 2 quick strikes. Lucky Luke sees the 0-2 pitch right underneath it. The breaking ball high in the zone. Big out number 3 for the Cardinals as we move on to the bottom half of the 8th. 5, 6, 7 coming up against on fire Wild Bill Hickok.
Cards still here, only have 1 hit, haven't had a hit since the bottom first. Let's see if they can change their luck around and give these Cards something to cheer at.
Yeah, tons of fans in red here at Apple Field, the home team. Really looking to get that offense started. Here's Alex Benelas. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Cutter inside. Nicely done by No Name there to record another out. And here is Will Smith. That pitch swung on, popped up right in front of the plate. That's one Cardiac's going to want back. Bonnie Parker makes the catch for out number 2. Adam Engel hits with 2 outs. Check swing there. Ball 1. Swings in another one, lifts it. Fouls it away. There's 2 quick strikes now on Engel. This pitch misses, but catches him looking there for out number 3. So we move to the top half of the 9th. Still scoreless between these two. We might see a scoreless tie going into extras, but the base Bandits have another shot here in regulation to try and get one on top.
Sure, and they had the heart of the lineup here, starting off with Billy the Kid.
Funkhauser is on fire as well, but his velocity is diminished. Junk and accuracy still remain. 92nd pitch is swung on. It's a 1-1 count. Billy the Kid's looking for something to hit. It's a 2-1 pitch incoming from Funkhauser. Oh, fouled away. That was the one for No Name, I think. Count is evened up at 2-2. Misses. Now it's full. Composed is engaged. Billy the Kid swings at the changeup. Huge strikeout there for the Cardiac Cardinals.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants that last pitch back, as that could have definitely gone gone over the fence if he got a better hit on it.
No Name swings at that one. It's off the end of the bat and lifted to right field, where Corey Ray makes a nice sliding catch. And now we'll see Jesse James bat with 2 outs. Funkhauser's 98th pitch is swung on, hit hard up the middle. It's going to get past the diving glove of the shortstop. And now there will be speed at first with 2 outs here for the Base Bandits.
Don't be surprised if No Name goes for a steal here within the first 2-3 pitches.
There's the pickoff now, and he's dead to rights there between first and second, but he's going to get back in time. The runner does not get a speed debuff. And he sees him safe. No Name's got a hit here with 2 outs. There goes the runner on the breaking ball. It's a called strike, but he'll get in there with the stolen base. Mojo goes up. Now he needs a hit. 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. It's fouled away. John Dillinger batting .059, trying to break the slump. Swing and a miss, 93 miles an hour outside the zone. A huge strikeout there for the Cardinals. Sends us to the bottom of the 9th, 8-9-1 coming up. And all of a sudden, one swing could win it for the Cardiac Cardinals. We'll see if he can manufacture a run here or send us to extra innings.
And Wild Bill here, sitting at 68 pitches, he looks like he has a lot left in the tank, still remaining locked in.
Yeah, still locked in, probably on the borderline of on fire. So it's a lot of danger in this Bandits starting pitcher. He could go deep into this one, depending on if the scoring does not end up happening soon. We see Kyle Funkhauser come up to the plate on fire, and I think now Cardiac will lift him. It's going to be Blake Tyberry. Pinch hit opportunity from the lefty. Decent power against Wild Bill Hickok. Swings at that one, lifts it behind the plate where Bonnie Parker should be able to get under it and record the second out. She does. And now Corey Ray is up. 1 for 3 with a single. The only hit of the game for the Cardinals, way back in the first, was recorded by Ray, and that one's a fair ball down the line. Corey Ray is going to look for extra bases here. He gets in there safely at second with 2 outs. And all of a sudden now, runners in scoring position. The winning run is in scoring position, and now Josh Stowers' RBI dud is going to be looking for that hit. Pitch from Hickok is swung on. It's fouled away. That ball misses high. Fastball from Hickok. Catches the top portion of the zone. Big strike there. Here he comes. Strikes him out looking 98 miles an hour up in the zone. Huge pitch there from the Base Bandits. Huge pitch from JUSTxNOname. And now we're going to extras. Top of the 10th now, 0-0, 7-8-9 coming up.
Sure, and it looks like we'll have maybe the pitcher come up here for the Base Bandits or someone else as we see what happens.
Bonnie Parker's tense, but she's got a ton of power. Swings at that heater from Nick Birdie, who comes into the game fresh with a ton of velocity, low junk, low accuracy. But the count now runs 3-1. And there's a walk. Mojo goes back up for Parker. We'll see if No Name decides to pinch run for her, as Emmett Dalton's going to come up, the replacement right fielder. He's got a ton of speed. Looks at a couple of quick strikes. Pickoff attempt there from Cardiac. Sees the runner back. Two quick pitches miss. So now the count's even back up. That one falls right in front of Benelas. They're lucky there, Cardiac, that one didn't get by him. But there's a big strikeout there on the heater from Birdie. That refreshed velocity going to play its part.
Now the pitcher come up and not a lot of speed on first. Let's see if he tries to do some trickery here.
Yeah, No Name's trying to get a big hit with this pitcher, Wild Bill Hickok, but he grounds it over to short. He's going to have enough speed there being on fire to beat it out for a fielder's choice.
Wow.
But now there's 2 outs recorded. Yeah, wow indeed, as that pitcher's able to get there. But the next pitch is hit over to Hairston again, where he throws it to Benelas easily. A quick grounder, quick out recorded, and now we'll move on to the bottom half of the 10th. 3, 4, and 5, the meat of the order for the Cardinals are coming up. Bill Hickok still in this one, looking great. Trying to get some longevity out of him, I guess is No Name.
Sure, and we are, like I said, once again, we're in one swing territory.
That pitch is swung on, so we're going to get the leadoff hitter on base right up the chute. Nice piece of hitting from Cardiac. Sees Drew Ellis now with a chance. He's got a ton of power. There's okay speed with the runner at first. A double play would be deadly here. The runner goes. Oh, and he's caught dead between the bags, and Butch Cassidy is going to run him down quickly, and then the out's recorded, so all of a sudden things back to normal here for the Cardinals. That one is swung on off the hands. Wild Bill Hickok makes the catch. We're out number 2, and Alex Benelas, the 5-hole hitter who's over 3 tonight, will have his 4th chance to hit. Swings at that one, hits it hard, but Butch Cassidy is able to collect it easily. Throw it to first, where Dillinger makes the grab, and we move to the top half of the 11th.
We're seeing here once again the pitchers just dueling it out, not letting up much other than a single.
Both these players desperate for a big extra base hit, big run here. Top of the 11th inning, Mr. Lucky Luke swings at that one, sends it right up the middle. So the leadoff hitter is on for the Base Bandits. Mojo is up for Luke at first base. And now Billy the Kid, who's 0 for 3 intense. The runner goes, ball's outside, but the runner's going to get in there at second base. Let's see if No Name will bunt now. Drops it down, but does not offer. Moment for Cardiac to think how to play this. Corners are coming in. Billy the Kid, will he swing away? Will he bunt? He drops down, but there's a pickoff. 2-0 pitch. Incoming now from Birdie. Bunted at and missed. So 2-1. He offers at it. Pops it up. Another failed bunt attempt from No Name here.
He just couldn't get his bat on it. And now the bunt situation no longer applies.
There is a stealer on the runner at second. So No Name could try and get him to third before he swings away with Doc Holliday. 2 quick balls. There goes the runner. He will get in safely at third. Ball gets away from Ellis for a moment, but no test from No Name there. But it's a 3-0 count. Cardiac has to play the infield in here. Doc Holliday, the RBI man's going to be swinging away. He walks him. It's a smart move. Now we can try and work the double play.
For sure, he didn't want to risk a ground out that could lead the runner, which has a lot of speed there, to allow him to advance home.
Infield is in, outfield is shallow. Runner at first has no speed. Runner at third has a ton. Jesse James is locked in. There goes the runner to second base. No Name's caught between the bags as he tries some tomfoolery there. He's going to break for home. And the throw is made to Will Smith, and the runner's thrown out at third base. No Name will take second, but a crucial error there as he tries to do the Little League steal on Cardiac Cardinal, perhaps one of the men who invented it here in the XBL.
There's great defense there from the Cardinals, just being aware of the who's on base as they're able to get that third out right there.
Big outs recorded there. Another jam escaped by the Cardiac Cardinals, and a chance now in the bottom of the 11th to try and make something happen as he swings at one and sends it right up the middle. The 0-2 pitch as well. Sees the leadoff hitter on. Now Adam Engel is very tense. I'd have to imagine Cardiac has to contemplate pinch hitting for him. It will be Henry Davis. Dangerous power bat, high contact, decent speed, coming off the bench. Wild Bill Hickok, the starter, still in this game, his 88th pitch. Taken high and inside, the count is 1-1. Here comes a changeup. Swung on a missed. Or swung on, it's grounded over to third, excuse me. But the runner will get to second base after the out's recorded at first. The fielder's choice. I don't think quick enough for a double play there. Devin Hairston.
Decent on speed on second. We might see if Cardiac's going to either pull the runner or maybe even pull the hitter.
Yeah, there's a chance he goes for the hand in this matchup. Devin Hairston is high contact, though, so I'm not sure what he's got on his bench. He's contemplating some sort of substitution. It's going to be Cooper Bowman. It will be a pinch hitter. A little bit more power, a little less contact here. 2-0 pitch. Misses away. 3 straight curveballs missed. The 4th one walks him. So the runners at first and second now for the Cardinals. Brings up the pitcher's spot. Nick Birdie, perhaps. No Name's going to force him to reach for the bench again. It will be Logan Taylor with 1 out. Now Annie Position's going to come in. Cardiac perhaps kind of
Wow.
contemplate another sub. No, he's going to swing away here with Taylor. So 2 runners on, 1 out. Perhaps the best chance here for the Cardinals to score so far in this game. Swings and misses on that off-speed pitch to start off the AB. Good strike there from Position. 1-2 pitch. Taken 103 miles an hour. Can't even catch up with that. Probably couldn't even see it at the plate as he strikes out looking. Now with the 2 outs here, Corey Ray has a shot.
Definitely a missile of a pitch there that just catches the batter looking.
The 0-2 pitch checked on. The runners go. There's a swing. Butch Cassidy makes the play, throws it over to first for the 3rd out. So no damage done there by the Cardinals. A chance to win, but the base bandits shut the door and we'll move to the top half of the 12th. 6, 7, 8 here coming up for the Bandits against Lincoln Hensman. He's the next reliever usually out of the pen for this Cardinals team. The first pitch is swung on where Drew Ellis picks it up, but it's going to be an infield single. Another inning led off with a hit. Both these players have led off the past few innings with hits, but nobody able to score just yet.
Yeah, for sure. We see base bandits, they like to steal a lot here on these 1-0, 1-1 counts. So let's see if he goes for it again.
He's being wary though of Cardiac's pickoff move. And Cardiac misses 3 pitches, so that one misses inside where No Name goes, but it's not going to matter. 2 runners are on to start the inning. You have to imagine Emmett Dalton's going to drop one down. Pitch right down the middle, perfect bunt. Sees the runners get to second and third. 1 out's recorded, and that's the reliever Annie Position coming up to the plate.
We see Colbert. We might see another bunt again just to get that runner on third on.
The pitch swung on by Position. What a move where Smith makes the diving play at short. I can't believe
Wow.
that Cardiac just made that play. Saves a run, saves the game perhaps. 2 outs
For
now
sure.
in the inning. 2 quick pitches, 2 quick strikes to Butch Cassidy. Whiffer engaged, swing and a miss. There's 97 miles an hour of heat. Can't catch up with it, does No Name. And just like that, Cardiac shuts the door on that scoring opportunity.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot in this game. Runners on second and third, but the Cardiacs just find a way to get themselves out of many situations.
Yeah, a ton of jams here from the Cardinals they've escaped from. Josh Stowers is going to come up. Looking tense, swings at that one, lifts it to center field where it will be past the glove of the diving Lucky Luke. So another leadoff hitter on base for these teams, but still no runs to be seen. How will Cardiac play this? He's got a stealer on. 3-hole hitter at the plate. Great strike there from Any Position. Pickoff attempt. Unsuccessful. No Name's pitch swung on and missed. 100 miles an hour of heat. There goes the runner. Cardiac picked off. And he's going to just go right for second base. He's out there after a heads-up throw from Any Position, and then a swing and a miss on the pitch. Sees Drew Ellis now hit with 2 outs just as quickly. Change-up checked on there, strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Gets him looking, 102 miles an hour right on the corner. No Name open and close in that inning. Moves us to the top half of the 13th. These players starting to get a few hits, but neither of them looking like they're scoring. Something's got to give.
Yeah, for sure. I think eventually we're going to come down to the point, see whose bullpen has the more stamina to finish out this game.
We're probably approaching the territory for longest matchup on Match of the Week, as that pitch is swung on and lifted it short where Will Smith will make a catch. We see Billy the Kid come up tense. Still batting over 300 here in this young season. Swings at that one, hits it hard right at Will Smith where he makes the catch for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 51.
Doc Holliday swings at the first pitch, misses inside. Strike one. Hensman's next pitch is swung on where he gathers it in front of the mound. Throws it over to first. Out number 3 is recorded, and we'll move now to the bottom half of the 13th. The Cardiac Cardinals with another chance here, still scoreless, to try and put this away. Benelas is tense. Swings at the 0-1 pitch, lifts it to center where Billy the Kid will make the grab. Dangerously low fielding out there for Kid. Here's the locked-in Will Smith. That changeup swung on and fouled away. Another one hit hard. Fouled away by Smith. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. 103 miles an hour high. Another strikeout recorded for the Base Bandits. We see Henry Davis, who stays in the game as the catcher after pinch hitting earlier, come up to the plate. He's looking for one he can hit. 0-1, that changeup clips the zone. Nice pitch there from No Name. The K-Man fastball incoming. Swing and a miss, 103 miles an hour. Another strikeout here, and we move to the 14th inning. 5, 6, 7 coming up.
Any position, she's at 25 pitches. So she's getting up there, but with that locked-in ability, she can easily remain the game for another 2, maybe even 3 innings.
First pitch of this at-bat gets in there for a strike against Jesse James. He's batting .389 on this young season, looking to get on here as he evens up the count. Hensman's 21st pitch, right in the zone. Nice pitch, freezes No Name. We'll see a big strikeout there, lead us to John Dillinger, the first baseman. Dillinger swings and misses on that one. Next pitch is swung on, just foul, over into the left field corner. The 0-2 pitch swung on behind short where Will Smith will range back and make the grab. Here is Bonnie Parker, is over 3 with a couple of walks tonight. She's bounced back and forth between tense and neutral. Fouls the first pitch away. Next one is swung on. Center field where Logan Taylor will make the grab. He's stayed in the game for the tense Adam Engel. We'll move now to the bottom half of the 14th. Hensman's going to bat here, locked in. Swings at the heater.
There might not be any more batters on the Cardinals bench to bring in another bench hitter.
Yeah, he's used a lot of his bench. He's probably pretty close to the end of it. If not all the way there, like you just said. The next pitch is swung on after the strikeout, where Lucky Luke makes the grab behind short. And now Corey Rice is the lineup turnover. He's batting .172, but he's still neutral in this game. Swings at that one, grounds it to Lucky Luke. Throws it over to first for the 3rd out. So no noise there from the Cardinals after extra innings brought us a little bit of action here a couple innings ago. We move now to the 15th. It's been quiet for a moment. One of these guys has to get something started soon.
For sure, top of the 15th. We're approaching, if not already, past that match of the week record for longest game, as you were saying earlier.
Yeah, these two looking to shatter that. As the first pitch of the inning is swung on a broken bat. Sent over to first easily. First pitch to any position. She hits it hard. Puts a good effort there in at the plate, but the shortstop throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. So Butch Cassidy is going to bat here with 2 quick outs. Swings at that one. It's behind first base for an easy play for Benelas. When we move to the bottom of the 15th, I think that was a 3-pitch inning there for the Cardinals. No Name doing him every favor here. Cardiac still searching for his first win, so any way he can get it would be great for him here on Match of the Week. That K-Man changeup sees him sitting on the fastball, swinging a miss, and there's out number 1 here in the 15th inning. The 2-1 pitch incoming. Nick Solak sees that one, even up the count. He swings at that one. It's driven deep to right field, but it's off the hands. Looks like it was a bit inside outed, where Dalton will be able to make the catch right in front of the warning track. We move now.
Yep.
2 outs. Ooh, Drew Ellis fouls away a curveball. This fastball going anywhere goes right down the middle. Swung on and missed by Ellis. That'll end the 15th. We move now to the 16th inning. 2-3-4 coming up against Logan Hensman. Wow, indeed.
Yeah, any position, she's rated at 43 pitches. Let's see if that was maybe her last batter as we go here in the top of the 16th.
First pitch of the inning is swung on where Stowers picks it off right off the grass. It's a nice catch there to avoid giving up a hit. Billy the Kid swings at that one. It's fouled away. Both these players eager to just try and end it in one swing, it feels like. They're just swinging at everything. Problem is, neither of them want to throw them something to hit. And if they do, they're missing the heater. That one, though, swung on by Cassidy. Does he have enough speed to beat it out? The diving Smith makes a throw. But now there's a 1-out runner on at first base for Doc Holliday.
Yeah, 0 for 5 today. Let's see if he can turn that around.
The runner does go, and he's out. What a play there. What a throw from the Cardinals. Third caught stealing, or fourth, I believe, for the base Bandits here. Just absolutely destroying the ratio. That's a 2-out single, though.
A team that might bite the base Bandits. Oh no. Phone call, doctor.
Lincoln Hensman takes one for the team. He's out there stone cold, knocked out behind the pitch, or behind the pitcher's mound, excuse me. He's in extreme pain. 2 runners are on with 2 outs. We will see Cardiac have to go to the pen. It's Drew Harrington. All velo, low junk, low accuracy, 4-seam and changeup only.
Interesting combo there.
John Dillinger looking to get somebody across here. Swings at that pitch. It's broken bat. Behind first, the diving attempt is not made, so the inning stays alive here for Dillinger. He swings at that changeup, out number 3. Cardiac gets away from another threat, and we move to the bottom half of the 16th.
And I was saying earlier, any positions, 43 pitches. Let's see how long she can keep her dominance.
Yeah, at some point you have to think she's going to make one big mistake. Alex Benelas has a ton of power, but he looks at that curveball right at the knees for strike 2. The K-Man heater is looked at, and that pitch backs him off, so the count runs full. Here comes a fastball crushed to deep right center field. Benelas! There it is for the Cardinals.
Wow, you saying that one mistake, and that seals the fate of this game.
One swing of the bat, and there's the first win of the season for the Louisville Cardinals. Congratulations to Cardiac and Alex Benelas with a shot on the missed pitch there from No Name to end it. What a game.
For sure, it was low scoring affair, but it was still lots of back and forth where either of these teams had multiple chances to take it, but it looks like the Cardiacs will get their first win here.
Yeah, absolutely. Clutch there from Cardiac to finally come through in the 16th inning. Both these players just scoreless throughout, trying their best to try and get runners on base and manufacture, but they were not working counts very well, and it ended up with a lot of quick outs, a lot of quick innings, but they eventually get it done here, and now they're going to move right into Game 2, it looks like, in just a moment. So just hang tight with us as we await the cue here for Cardiac for these two to get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we load in now to Shaka Sports Turf, the home of the Base Bandits. Should be an exciting one here. Game number 2 just ended on a walk-off home run by the Cardiac Cardinals. Very, very exciting. We just await now as the Cardiac Cardinals move to 1-6 on the season. No Name in the Base Bandits moved to 2-3 there after the prime time. Probably the longest matchup. I'm pretty sure No Name and I called, or excuse me, Hummus and I called it. That was the longest matchup in XBL primetime history. We start off game 2 now. It's going to be Miller versus Barrow on the mound as the players exchange pleasantries and look to get things rolling. Everybody in all orange here as the Bandits in their prison uniforms take the field. Second pitch of the game is grounded over to first base by Ray. So there's out number 1. Clyde Barrow throwing to his partner in crime, Bonnie, behind the plate. Stowers swings at that one. It could roll fair. Barrow picks it up in foul territory. There's strike number 2. The 0-2 pitch is swung on where Luke makes the catch at short. We see Nick Solak dig in for his first debut of game 2. No home runs, 1 RBI on the season. 2-1 pitch, swung on 101 miles an hour. Clyde's 10th pitch of the game, he checks at it, but there's a big looking strikeout. Out number 3 here as we move to the bottom of the first now. The Base Bandits take their first swings here on prime time at Shaka. Butch Cassidy swings at the 0-1 pitch. Devin Hairston bare hands it, throws it to first, but it's going to be an infield single to start things off for the Bandits. We'll see what he chooses to do. Bobby Miller with that 9 ERA. Throws over to first on the first pitch, picks him off. Oh, and he's going to get back there safely.
A good base running there. Although he got it off early, he at least was able to get back and still keep it a run on first.
The 1-0 pitch is looked at outside. It's going to be 2-0 now as the runner gets in safely at second on the next attempt there from No Name. So decent amount of success, but a decent amount of failure as we've seen in the first game as well. Cardiac being wary. The fans booing.
They are not happy.
Lucky Luke's going to drop one down with no outs. Advance the runner over to third. So now the runner's at third base with 1 out here. No Name is looking to bunt him in again. And there's Bobby Miller with another. Cardiac makes a great diving play. Second time in the series. Second time tonight. There he goes. He says it and stay down. What a play to end the inning. No Name just can't get the bunt on the ground. He has to pitch now to Drew Ellis. 3 quick pitches, though, sees a strikeout. There's out 1 in the inning. Alex Benelas, the hero of game 1, digs in for his first at-bat here in game 2. He had that home run in the 16th. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, 100 miles an hour out of the zone. It's out number 2. That'll bring up the catcher, Will Smith, having the best season really for the Cardiac Cardinals so far. Looking to try and build on that. 2-1 pitch, swung on, hit hard. Lucky Luke makes a great diving play. Cardiac with not enough speed to get to first base. That'll see the inning end. And we'll move on to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless.
Yeah, look for the baseman to try to get runners on once again after their failed attempt in the first inning.
First pitch swinging, sees that one go right up the middle. So another leadoff hitter for the Base Bandits. And like you said, yeah, we'll see if he can try and build on something again like he failed to do on the first. Jesse James is batting .400 on this season. He has his first chance here in game number 2 tonight on XBL Match of the Week. Thank you all for joining us here. That 1-1 pitch is swung on where Solak throws it over to second. On to first. He just beats it for the fielder's choice. Nicely done there by Jesse James, and then No Name hits one into the gap. The runner goes. If it gets past the fielder, it should be a run. It's off the glove of Josh Stowers, so No Name's going to send the runner who went all the way around, and the first run of the game will score here in the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Base Bandits.
Yeah, great there for the defender, get a glove on it. Couldn't completely get it, but he prevents the runner from getting to third and potentially getting even more damage done.
Runner is at second now. Good speed. Bonnie Parker, the catcher, swings at one. Makes the count 1-2. Just looking to get that runner in scoring position in as the Bandits have broken open the scoring here. That one's hit right up the middle by Parker. No Name's going to challenge. No, we'll send the runner back to third. So first and third now with one out for Bob Dalton, the right fielder.
A good callback there from the third baseman to not run through, as he probably would have been called out.
No Name already going with a pinch hitter here early as John Wesley Harden lifts one into right field. Corey Ray's going to make the catch, but it should be enough for a sac fly. The runner will score from third, so it's 2-0 now Bandits here in this second inning. The pitcher Clyde Barrow is going to step in.
Yeah, definitely interesting call there, but we saw last game, none team scored until the 15th, so the base fans may be thinking about that and just trying to get as many runs as possible, as this may be one of their few chances to score.
Yeah, trying to build as many runs as he can, as quickly as he can. He swings at that one with Barrow and misses there for out number 3. And we move now to the top of the third, but there is now a lead for the Bandits, something we did not see at all in game 1 as they fell in the 16th 1-0 to that walk-off homer. Scoring much earlier from these teams in this game number 2.
Definitely interesting call here to then take out the first baseman once again. Let's see if that hurts them in the future if the Cardinals are able to tie this game back up.
That one swung on 1-1 pitch on it to a diving Cassidy at second, where it's off his body, and the runner's going to get on easily for an infield single. So Devin Hairston will bat with a runner at first base. Swings at that one, 0-2. Runner will go. He swings at a miss for a strikeout, but a good jump there sees Cardiac with a stolen base. The pitcher Bobby Miller bats with the runner in scoring position. Cardiac goes again, and looks like a good jump's going to see him get to third. Now all of a sudden,
great base running.
Yeah, great base running indeed. Now it's an 0-2 count to Bobby Miller. Cardiac's trying to make contact, swings at the high fastball. Big out number 2 for the Bandits. Cardiac needs a hit here if he wants to score that runner from third base. Corey Ray swings at the first pitch. It's off his hands. Good cutter there from a No Name. Sees him induce the ground out and send us to the bottom of the third. Lead is still intact, 2-0. He swings at that first pitch where Benelas will collect it himself. He throws it to the pitcher at first, but he'll drop it and the runner will reach.
Yeah, that might hurt later. Now we have a speedy runner on first. Watch steal.
Yeah, No Name looking to punish immediately there on the first pitch goes. Runner's at second now. That bunt is popped up and another catch in front of the plate by Will Smith. We've seen 4 bunts and four pop-out plays by the plate. 2 by the pitcher, 2 by the catcher. So No Name needs to get those down. He drills that one over to the shortstop third base area. Creates a fielder's choice where the runner will get to third base, but the out is made at first. He needs a hit with Doc Holliday here to try and score and add to this lead. That pitch swung on. Devin Hairston will make the play at short. Ooh, and it's...
Oh, no.
He throws it to the first baseman, Benelas, who can't make the scoop. So another error in the inning sees the runner score, and it's now 3-0 Base Bandits.
Yeah, okay, good job on the base bandits taking advantage of the Cardinals defense there. 2 errors that could be a costly run.
First pitch of the inning swung on and fouled away by Barrow, who's locked in. That one swung on. It's off the hands where Dalton can get underneath of it out in right field, make the play. Nick Solak sees the first pitch miss high and inside, but then No Name tries to go back there, makes a great play with Lucky Luke behind second base. What a dive to record the out. I thought that was a hit all the way.
And just great defense from the shortstop there, being able to reach out and easily convert it for an out.
2 outs in the inning for Drew Ellis, batting a paltry 0.80. Swings at that one right down the middle. A big miss pitched by the Bandits. TheCardiacCard can't capitalize. We'll move now to the bottom of the 4th. Score is now still 3-0. John Dillinger, 2 RBIs on the season. Up to that average a little bit last game, now batting 136. Swings at the 1-1 pitch, lifts it to right field. Cardiac camps out underneath of it and makes the play for out number one, excuse me. We'll see Bonnie Parker dig in with a chance to hit. She swings at another one, sends it up the middle again. That's going to be her second single of the ball game. So run around with 1 out now for Grat Dalton.
No, that's low.
Not a lot of speed at first, but that's not going to stop No Name from sending the runner. 2-0 pitch misses. So it's 3-0. Favorable count here for No Name. He does send the runner. He swings at that pitch down the middle, grounds it right to the pitcher. So it tosses it to first, records the out easily for out number 2. And he has to do something now with his pitcher, Clyde Barrow, if he wants to score in this 4th. Swings at the first pitch, though, and lifts it to left. Josh Stowers makes the play, and we will move to the top half of the 5th inning. Benelas with another chance to hit in this game. Swings at a couple pitches. 2 quick strikes. Another heater from No Name. He's going to go with the changeup here, high and inside. Good check from Cardiac. Runs it full. Wow, that curveball catching. I don't know what part of the plate, but he catches him looking for out number 1. Excuse me.
Yeah, definitely might want to replay on that one because that just hit the inside corner of the strike zone.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit generous there, I think. Definitely one we're going to look back on later. The 0-1 pitch to Adam Engel, who is locked in as opposed to tense in last game. Sees it miss. What a screwball there. Catches him looking high and away. Out number 3, and we move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 for the Base Bandits, looking to add to that lead. Butch Cassidy swings at that one, hits it hard. Corey Ray makes a great slide out there in right field to record the out.
Yeah, great slide there. A bit risky there as he misses it. The runner could have easily got an inside the park home run with these dimensions.
Yeah, Shaka is the one place where that could get really, really dangerous. The next pitch is hit hard as well, but it's a stinger right to the second baseman, who records the second out. So 2 outs here in the inning sees Billy the Kid with another chance against Bobby Miller. 3 quick pitches. The count's 1 and 2. Miller's 4th pitch is swung on. Solak will pick it up right off the ground, throw it to first, and there's out number 3. We move to the 6th. Still only 1 hit now for the Cardinals. They're trying to build on that in this top half. Clyde Barrow at 52 pitches. His 1-1 pitch is checked at strike number 2. And Hairston can't catch up with the heater. There's a strikeout for out number 1. Bobby Miller's going to stay in the game and bat for himself here in the 6th. Swings at that one and sends it right up the middle. And what do you know? Bobby Miller's got himself a single.
Let's see if the Cardiac can continue to build on that. Let's see maybe even a pinch runner here to get them more speed.
Oh, he goes with the pitcher, and No Name was contemplating what to throw, so he's able to catch him easily, throw it over to second base for the out. So a mistake there from Cardiac. Sees another out recorded. Doc Holliday is going to take that first pitch of the AB right off the ground and throw it to first. Good contact there from Cardiac, but the 3rd out will be recorded, and we'll move to the bottom of the 6th. Here is Doc Holliday. Swings at one right down the middle, but doesn't make great contact. Bobby Miller will pick it up off the ground in front of the mound and throw it to first for out number 1. Here is Jesse James. Swings at one. It's right up the middle. Another good piece of hitting from No Name to get the speed on the base paths. Almost threatens for second there. But he heads back to first. So now James is at first. The 6-hole hitter John Dillinger at the plate. He does go on the first pitch, and he's safe. Just barely.
Yeah, it reminded me also another replay there, because that looked like he was going to be out.
Yeah, very close play at second base. There's another low pitch, and No Name goes again. He's going to get in there with another good jump. So with less than 2 outs and a runner on, he sends one through the hole between short and third, and that will score the run. He stretches his lead now to 4-0. A good single there, good piece of hitting, and good way to manufacture.
Yeah, for sure. Great base running there, as we talked earlier, how these runners, they'll just try to get around the bases and convert singles into runs.
He's got decent speed on first again. He does go, and there's a pickoff from Cardiac. I think he's got him dead to rights now. He's got to make the play, though. Oh, and he doesn't.
Oh, no.
No Name went straight for second. Cardiac a little too preoccupied throwing the ball. Big error there. Swing and a miss. We're on number 2, though. We will see another pinch hitter. Babyface Nelson coming off the bench for the Bandits. He swings at the first pitch. It's a diving attempt, and it gets past the center fielder. Oh, dear. This is going to be extra bases for the Bandits. No Name perhaps challenging for third. He heads back to second. Not a lot of speed on the pinch hitter, but the run will score, and it's now 5-0.
We'll see once again the pinch hitter move there, and once again it pays off for the base Bandits.
Yeah, big 5-run lead now in the 6th for the Bandits. Clyde Barrow's going to stay in. He's locked in. Swing and a miss on the 96-mile-an-hour heater. There's out number 3. And we move to the top half of the 7th. 2 runs scored there for the Bandits. Stretch that lead to 5.
Cardiacs, they really need to get their offense going now. Time is running out, as they will now have 8 outs left to manufacture something.
Yeah, first pitch swinging. Sees a ground out, and there's the next one. Grounded over to Mr. Lucky Luke. He'll throw it to first for out number 2. That one just foul. Drew Ellis swings at one, dribbles it right in front of the mound. Clyde Barrow picks it up, throws it to first. There's out number 3. The Cardiac Cardinals just trying to get something started. We'll see Bobby Miller continue to go in this game, even though he's given up 5 runs. He's still barely neutral. It's interesting how that happens sometimes in this game. That one hit hard over to second. Nick Solak makes the play. Throws it to first for out number 2. So Billy the Kid is looking pretty juiced up, trying to get things started with 2 outs for the Bandits. Swings at one, hits it hard. That's going to get into left field for a single. So there is good speed now on the base paths again for the base Bandits. Let's see how No Name uses it. Doc Holliday swings at it, hits it hard. Drew Ellis will be able to pick it up, though, at third base. Throw it over to first easily to record the out. And we move to the top of the 8th. Clyde Barrow going for that complete game, perhaps.
Sure, and we've seen him at 61 pitches, so he definitely could go for a complete game shutout here.
Third pitch of the at-bat. Swung on high into foul territory. Here comes a cutter away. Cardiac swings at that one. There's out number 1. We'll see Will Smith, the catcher, come up to the plate. He swings at it. It's off the glove of Clyde Barrow. Will throw it to first, though. Will Smith, not enough speed to get there. Cardiac almost able to get something off that. Just no speed on the catcher. Adam Engel swings at the first pitch, a curveball where Butch Cassidy will make the grab behind second for out number 3. These two working quickly now. As we approach the tail end of this one, it's the bottom half of the 8th. The first pitch swung on. And the first out recorded. No Name getting aggressive here, trying to get a runner on. First pitch, the at-bat fouled away. Bobby Miller's next pitch, a little low out of the zone. It's swung on and lifted to Stowers and left. He'll make a good catch for out number 2. And here's the 2 for 3 Bonnie Parker. She's going to be looking to get behind something, I think, as she swings at that heater and misses. She swings at another one, sends it right up the middle. Solak, though, is able to make the play this time, and the speed on Parker is not enough to get the first. So the third out is recorded, and we'll move to the top half of the 9th. The base Bandits look to shut the door here on the Cardinals and get the split after that loss in the 16-inning Game 1, where the Cardinals picked up their first win of the season. That one swung on, dribbled foul. It's a 1-2 pitch to Devin Harrison. He's tense. He swings and a miss at that one. Out number 1, 100 miles an hour. Good pitch there from Barrow. That'll bring up the pitcher, Bobby Miller. He's going to go ahead and go for a complete game. Oh, well, he already did, I guess. But if in the case that the Cardinals would have tied it, maybe he would have stayed in. But that is Henry Davis getting a pinch hit nod and swinging at the first pitch, grounding it easily to third for the out. Last chance now for the Cardinals here in this one. It's in the form of Corey Ray, and he fouls it away. It's 0-2. Here comes a heater. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a win for the Base Bandits. A good split here on Match of the Week for both teams.
Yeah, definitely. We saw the Base Bandits here after struggling to sequence hits and runs together. This time they switch it around, aggressive first few innings that gives them the edge, and as a result, they tie up the series at 1-1.
Yeah, nicely done there from both teams to work for the split. Each of them getting a big win here on prime time tonight. You could see it towards the end of that one, both of them going at a rapid pace. That was a little bit of what we talked about in the beginning of the game and the key to the game in the work the count section a little bit. That both of them were really just trying to hit the ball, get those runners on, and get moving around the base paths. It didn't really work for either of them in game 1. Game 2, No Name was really able to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure, and we saw great resilience there in game 1 from both teams. A lot of them, they both had lots of opportunities, but the pitching and defense was able to just lock it down and have that 0-0 game for such a long time until the solo shot that ended the game.
Yeah, that was a huge home run there. The only home run of the night for either team from Alex Benelas to end game 1 there in the 16th inning, the longest ever game on Match of the Week. Sees Cardiac Cardinal get his first win of the season in his return in his now 10th season in the XBL. A Hall of Famer here on Match of the Week. So shout out to him for getting that big W. And then shout out to No Name for bouncing back to 500 there in game 2. He's off to a nice 3-3 start to his season, trying to pick up some wins early.
Yeah, for sure, and we're going to see No Name maybe try to get a couple more wins here and push for that final 12th spot in the playoffs later. So this was definitely a series here for him to get a split on and just slowly rack up those wins.
Absolutely. Both of these players definitely looking for at least a split tonight, like you just said. A crucial road to the playoffs always starts with big splits against pretty much everybody in this league. You don't ever want to drop games because there's so few to be had. And with that said, that's definitely going to do it for us here tonight here on Match of the Week. We are going to be back next week with a double feature, AAA and the XBL. So keep your eyes out for that for the times and the announcements. We will be having our weekly roundup later this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Keep submitting your highlights and your not so highlights to the XBL Highlight Reel and XBL Not Highlight Reel in Discord. If you're with us tonight for the first time, feel free to join our Discord. Check out our YouTube. All of our links are located underneath the Twitch. It's been a pleasure to put on another great Match of the Week cast with you guys here tonight. And with that said, No Hummus, do you have any parting words for us this evening?
No, nothing to say here. You summarized it great. These teams, they came out, and so congrats to both of them, and especially congrats to Cardiac for getting his first win of the season.
Absolutely. Congrats to Cardiac. Congrats to both of these teams for coming out to prime time. Thank you for both of our participants, as always, for being here. Thank you to Urban for the great voiceover. Thank you to Mickey for that timeless trailer. And thank you to Barefoot County for putting together all the great screens that we use. Everybody who participates in this community, as always, is much appreciated. So we will see you guys next time on Match of the Week and Weekly Roundup. Have a great one, everybody. Safe and pleasant evening. Bye-bye.